some coffee and talking about my week here. I hope everybody's doing well in their respective weeks as well. Right now I'm on vacation, so I can't really complain at all. Right now it's Tuesday, so I have 4 more weekdays to go and then the weekend before I go back to work. Today I'm going with the French vanilla coffee here. Let's shake the coffee grounds. Hey everybody, let me set up my camera a little bit better there. But hey, just gonna talk a little bit about my February break, and hope that you guys are also having a good break. Today's Tuesday, it's around 8:30, and yeah, I got some plans for today. I'm gonna go to Walmart and pick up some stuff, but that's about 11. In after I'm done filming this video, I'm going to call my healthcare provider for the school and see if I can log into my healthcare. I got an email from a person from HR who said that I need to get a medical examination done, or they're going to have to contact my supervisor if I don't get it done within the next 90 days. So I'm going to get that started and hopefully get a physical set up within 90 days, so I don't get whatever contacting my supervisor is. But that's like the first thing I want to get done today. Another thing that needs to get done is I need to find out how to find my W-2 from the school I worked at last year. I called the St. Paul's Parish earlier last week. I just haven't followed up on it, but I would like to get my W-2 so I can get my taxes done. Last year, I think I've already had my taxes done by this time last year, but it's been a struggle because I switched jobs, and they don't know the Holy Cross school where I worked at simply doesn't know where I'm living now. So I want to be able to basically tell them how to send the W-2 to me, so I can get my taxes done. With that money, I would buy a new laptop. I've had a MacBook Air for 10 years now, and it's actually lasted me a pretty good long time, but it now won't close all the way, and the battery dies really quickly, and the software doesn't update anymore. So um, I want to record guitar on it, and I bought a Focusrite audio interface in September. But when I hooked up the Focusrite to my laptop, the software wasn't compatible because the laptop's just so old. So I need to buy a new laptop, and I'm gonna wait till I get my refund back to just use that money to buy a laptop. But I need to get my W-2 first. So those are my two priorities this week. My third and secondary priority is gonna get my car registered to New Hampshire. I've tried a number of times to do this. Every time I went to the, I guess they call it DMV, I was turned away because of, not having a notarized lease or not having a bill. In Maine, it's a lot easier to register your car. They just want mail. They're just like, do you have mail? And yeah, I got mail. In New Hampshire, they want like a bill. They want like a specific bill, right? They don't want a mail, like just a envelope. Or they want a notarized lease. So I wrote up a lease and had my landlord sign it, but it wasn't notarized. So they said nope. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask for a Amazon statement sent to this address where I'm living now, and they'll be able to use that as I'll be able to use that as proof of residence, and finally get my New Hampshire license plates and New Hampshire registration. Which is good, because if I ever were to get pulled over, I would get a fine, because I'm living in New Hampshire. The one thing is, if I do get pulled over, I still have a Maine license, so I could probably just say I live in Maine. I don't know how the police would ever find out that I'm not living in Maine. There's no legal binding agreement in the interwebs that says I'm living here, so I think to the world I'm still living in Maine. But I should probably get that done. And I need to get the plan for the next week teaching completed this week. I'm going to be starting to coach baseball, which I'm really excited for, simply because it's probably one of the funner experiences I've had in the school. It's just a fun time. I like baseball. I like coaching it. So having a baseball coaching position is a blessing. But it just means that I'm gonna have to plan out my weeks ahead of time, so I don't need to take too much time every night to do something. But the good thing about being a little bit more busy is it's makes the end of the year go by much quicker. So that's a blessing too. So we have tryouts next week, but I only have 11 kids who have signed up, so I think I'm gonna just make it like tryouts, but just see what the kids are good at, who can throw really far, who wants to be a pitcher, who can hit, what does their batting stance and their swing look like, and kind of start formulating what we need to work on instead of having tryouts. Because if you have 11 kids signed up, everybody's gonna make the team, which actually is awesome because it makes my life easier. So I hope that no one else signs up, to be honest. 11 is perfect. You have 2 subs, which is great because it doesn't mean you have people riding the bench all the time. I also got an email from a parent who wants to be an assistant coach, which I'm going to actually accept. I've coached baseball before as a single coach, and that can be pretty not frustrating, but complicated, and there's a lot of me running across the field to make sure everybody's stations are running smoothly. So having at least one more person just makes that job easier. But while I'm talking about baseball, that reminds me, I need to go buy myself a glove. I don't have a baseball glove. Last time I coached, I borrowed the school's glove, but I want to have my own baseball glove because I don't know if the school really has a glove. So I want to borrow myself a baseball glove. I want to actually get my own, so I'm going to be either going somewhere to buy one. I want to get my own somewhere. I want to go in person to find a baseball glove. But it's funny, this is the third time I've actually recorded this video, just because the first time audio didn't record at all. I have a microphone right here, and for some reason it's not quite working. So that didn't record at all. The second time I recorded, but it was so low, like I couldn't hear myself speak like at all, very barely. So this is my third time, but each time I've recorded, my talking gets shorter and shorter, and it's just because I've kind of thought through everything. It's just like, okay, I've kind of thought through everything the first time, and then I thought through a little bit more the second time, and now the third time it's just like I kind of have an idea of what I'm doing this week. So it's kind of funny to be that, the first time was like 17 minutes, the second time was like 15 or even less, and the third time I'm done, it's like less than 10 minutes. Yeah, it should be a chill week. I do like vacation. It's just like a de-stressor. Like, being a teacher is tough. You're in charge of like 20 kids, and you're trying to keep them all together and trying to get them to learn and trying to get them to do stuff that they don't want to do, and it can be a little bit stressful. You have to email parents, and like sometimes parents don't like to be emailed, and parents are calling for meetings because their kids are getting in trouble. I'm sorry, the iPhone storage was full, so I had to delete all my recently deleted videos. But I think I was talking about how sometimes parents get upset with, teachers. And I have this one parent who's upset with, I think, everybody because his son just keeps getting in trouble all the time. And he's like, everybody's doing everything wrong. You guys don't know how to work and control my son. It's like, I guess not. Like, I don't know your son as well as you do. But the thing about school is, like, we're not a parent. There's certain things that we can and can't do. So, we don't advise yelling and whatever might work. So it's like, at a certain point, it's like, just tell your son to stop getting in trouble. I mean, he's getting in trouble all the time. Like, he's getting sent out of everybody's like rooms, and he's getting suspended, and I've talked to other teachers, and like, yeah, he just won't stop talking or whatever. And I'm like, as a parent, if I were getting all that information, I wouldn't like turn it on the teachers and be like, you guys don't know what you're doing. I'm like, everybody is having the same issue. I would sit down with my son and be like, listen, you need to stop. Like, you need to actually stop. You're getting suspended. You're getting kicked out of classes. You're failing classes. It's like, you need to stop. Like, that's what I would do as a parent. I'd be like, even if it's one teacher, as a teacher, I'd be like, just stop. That's kind of what I would do. I'd be like, just stop. Teachers aren't perfect. You might not like this teacher. It doesn't matter. You're gonna see him one year, not even a whole day. I'd sit down with my kid and be like, you'll get through it. You'll survive. Don't take it out on the teacher, because that's not gonna help you. The teacher will be fine, right? Causing problems doesn't help the student at all. It hurts the student. which is I don't think kids understand, and I don't think this parent understands either. It's like, it is weird. Parents are like, what are you doing? You don't know how to control my son. You don't know how, you guys are stupid. It's like, I don't know if that's helping. Your son hears all this, and he's like, oh, these teachers are dumb. Let me just cause more mayhem and get in trouble more and just make my life and your life more difficult and make you more frustrated because your son keeps getting suspended and then kicked out and in trouble. It's like, just sit down with your son and be like, just stop. Just stop. You gotta sit there and not do work, but just sit there and be quiet and do it. That's what I would do as a parent, but I guess to each their own. Some parents don't like to hear that their kids aren't perfect, I guess, and they need a way to cope with it. And they're gonna complain and say it's the teacher's fault. That's like, okay. That's my one frustration. It doesn't happen very often, but it is frustrating when it does happen. Because it doesn't help anybody, to be honest. It doesn't make the kids better. It just doesn't help at all. It just doesn't help at all. It's like the teachers are doing their job. The teachers are doing what they're supposed to do. At a certain point, it's like, I'm sorry, bro. It's your kid. You gotta tell your kid to stop. Like, you gotta take your kid and tell your kid just to stop. Well, that's my little rant, I guess, for today. But I think I'm gonna call it. Nothing else really more to talk about. Gonna play some guitar today. Watched WWE last night. Bronson Reed got injured, so the division is pretty much toast. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Gonna get my day started, get my healthcare all set up, and W2 all set up. But I hope you all have a good rest of your day. If you're still here, let me know how you're doing. Have you got your W2s? Do you expect a good tax refund? Are you happy with your tax refund if you've gotten it? And if you're still here, feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you are still here. I appreciate every single one of you. More to come in the future, but I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.